My wife always says, if you want to achieve something, you have to believe it. You need to believe it to achieve it. And Steve would believe something so passionately that, and it was, how can I say, it was educated. It was educated belief. It wasn't just this, just throw caution to the wind belief. But he was educated belief that we could do something. And that ability to get people convinced that this was the right way to go, that it was, scary and it's so unconventional, but this is the right thing. That's what made these discoveries happen, these inventions happen, because we all work together. He didn't come up with all the ideas, but he pushed us all to come together with the best ideas possible and sort and sift and put them together to make the best possible. And you do have to distort reality if you want to change the reality we're living in. And people are like, they're so locked into the everyday that they forget there could be a whole nother thing that they're not seeing over here. And his job was to push us to see these other things. He saw them before we did, and he would push us to those unknown areas and go, yes, it's scary, yes, it's risky, but we're gonna go after it. We're gonna make it happen. And that is as much of a skill and as important to Steve as any of his other traits, maybe the most important.
I think it's probably more of a self-imposed rule that growing up, I always felt that I almost had to keep it together all the time, to keep a composure all the time, to have all my ducks in a line all the time. And as an actor, again, like with the note that Warren had given me about letting go, you just sometimes are naturally not going to be in control all the time. And I think once I realized that that was a rule that I was putting on myself and that I could just discard, the world like opens up. All of a sudden, these more spontaneous, magical moments can happen, whether that's in your daily life, whether that's at your job. I mean, even when in your relationship with yourself, it's something so important to know that it's okay not to have to be perfect all the time.
The number one thing that's going to change your life, the only thing that will change your life, change your business, change your money, change your relationship, is you must raise your standard. Now, I know that sounds boring, stupid, basic, but it's the truth. The only thing that changes our life long term is when we raise our standards. What does that mean? That sounds so boring and dumb. It means that all of us in life have things we want. We don't get what we want, we get what we have to have. Remember I said earlier, we all get what we tolerate in ourselves and other people. But when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes. The difference in people is their standards, period. The difference in people is their standards, period. And what do I mean by standards? Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should lose weight, I should work out, I should spend more time with my kids, I should work harder, I should make more calls, I should. And then you know what? People don't do their shoulds and they get mad at themselves and they what I call should all over themselves. They beat themselves up about it. What changes people is when your should becomes a must. When suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen. That's when human beings change. It's like if you want to take the island and you're the head of the army and you want to take the island, the most powerful way to take the island is burn the boats. Because if there's no way to go back, it's amazing what happens when it's a must to do something versus a should. That's what makes human beings succeed.
Somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.